So Reddit is usually an app where people go to argue over whether pineapple goes on pizza or obsess over cats. But Reddit could also be a scary place. Buried deep within its corners are communities so disturbing, they make horror movies look like bedtime stories. Number 5. r/let's not meet. This one might seem innocent at first, but it's just real people sharing their real encounters with creeps. But the deeper you go, the darker it gets. You'll read stories from people who nearly got kidnapped, stalked by strangers, or came this close to getting and never even realized it in that moment. Now, these are some examples that I personally found disturbing. A naked man jumped out of a tree in the middle of the night in the woods and chased me. What? Stranger left me a note inside my bedroom. I mean, it goes on and on. These aren't ghost stories. They're true, and that's what makes them worse. Number 4, r/liminal space. You ever see a photo that made you feel like you were dreaming or dead? Well, the subreddit liminal space is full of images that tap into some deep subconscious fear. Places that feel familiar but wrong. Sort of like a memory from a past life. Now, looking through the subreddit, I mostly found a lot of abandoned buildings, a lot of scenery, a lot of empty hallways. Not gonna lie, some of these pictures are pretty cool. Alright, so number 3 is r/2-sentence horror. Sometimes the scariest stories don't need a full book, or even a full paragraph. Here's an example. All my life, my parents have told me not to open the basement door, but I got curious and disobeyed them. What is that glowing ball in the sky and why does it hurt my eyes? Oh, I get it. She said last time we're stuck in a time loop, which really pisses me off because that's what... Okay, that's creative. Alright, here's another one. I was born blind, but was lucky enough to have a loving mother who took care of my every need. Imagine the betrayal I felt when a stitch slipped and a ray of light hit my eye for the first time. Oh, it's like Coraline. Ah, so it's 2020, the time traveler said. Very early in from the looks of it, he muttered under his breath. Okay. Now, sometimes reality is scarier than any horror movie because it's actually real, especially if nobody has the answers. And that leads us to number 2, r/unresolved mysteries. Unresolved Mysteries is home to some of the internet's most obsessive deep dives into missing people, strange deaths, unidentified bodies, and cold cases that still haunt families decades later. Basically, it's like a community of online detectives trying to piece together clues, evidence, theories, and timelines. And the worst part, most of these stories are still open. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about some of this stuff on YouTube, but feel free to check it out for yourself, you know. And that being said, we finally get to number 1. The darkest, most soul-crushing subreddit of all time. r/job. I don't even want to talk about this one. Honestly, that's scarier than any naked guy in the woods. 100 out of 10 would not recommend you check it out. So yeah, Reddit is basically the internet's haunted basement. Some of these subreddits will definitely keep you up at night, and you will probably find yourself scrolling through them at 3 a.m. Let me know in the comments which subreddit creeped you out the most, or if there's a darker one I should check out next. Let me know if you guys liked the video, subscribe if you want to keep watching for part 2. Because I'm definitely going to be putting out at least 2 long form videos every week. Oh, so I'm definitely going to try to get a new camera. This one, I'm not really liking the lighting as much. If you guys have any other tips or videos you want me to cover on this channel, let me know. Stay weird, and I'll see you on the next one.
Never been the one to fall in love, 'cause to me